Hey TCS viewers, welcome back. It's Chris Nichols here from the Camera Store, and we are taking you ice climbing in Kings Creek in this ravine. And we're doing this because we want to showcase the brand new Canon XA10. This is pre-production XA10. We got it early for you again. And this is a really, really exciting camera because it's got the same chip you're going to find in higher end Canons like the XF100 and XF105. So this is going to give you fantastic image quality, but look how small that is. We're getting high-end audio with XLR inputs, and this really gives a documentary filmmaker or an adventure filmmaker a very compact camera, which is easy to get up. You know, when you're hiking up into places like this, weight savings is very, very important. So this gives you something very small, take it anywhere. But how does it perform? What's the video quality like? Well, we're going to show you all this, take you through these camera features today.
That's okay. Now stand straight up. Balances on your feet, right?
Teeth on the bottom? Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about how the XA10 is different from the XF105 and the 100 series. Now, I mean, first off, notably the size. I mean, this thing is very, very small. It's like a handy cam. Now, what is that going to mean? Not as many external controls. You're not going to get a lot of controls for custom white balances, for iris controls. We're basically relying on either the touchscreen on the back or this small rocker dial here with this button. This lets us at least access things like shutter speed, decibel gain, and iris control fairly quickly. But a lot of the stuff you will have to go into the menu for. Other difference is going to be the actual shooting mode. This thing does shoot in a 420 color space versus the XF series 422. And the XA10 does record AVC HD. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing. You don't get the same data rate that you're going to get on that XF100 and 105. But AVC HD is a very easy format for people to use with more basic editing software. So, you know, if you're trying to just start out, use something more basic and still get good editing, AVC HD format will work in all those things. Now, something like the XF series, that's going to shoot MPEG-2. You're going to have higher end software to support that. XLR controls are very similar. We've got 2 ports, nice laid out audio controls here. I would have liked to have a cover. Of course, this one doesn't, so you want to be careful you don't bump anything there. But what is very cool, as you can see here, is we can remove this whole XLR kit. We can take it off, rely on the stereo microphones built into the camera, and make it just a small run and gun kind of camera. Great screen, of course, beautiful 3-inch screen, and it is a touch screen. You're going to have to like that because you're going to rely on that quite a bit. Other noticeable differences, we're down to SD card here for the smaller size instead of compact flash. Other things you're going to find that have changed on the XA10, battery type is different. This does use the smaller 800 series, so you don't get that cool display like you do on the XF100's 900 series batteries, but you have a few choices there. I also love the accessory shoe that lets you put on other lights and other microphones as you need to. And it's got that same sensor, remember that 1/3 inch chip sensor, which we were very impressed with in low light, and a very similar zoom range, 10 times optical from about 30 to 300. We love the wide angles on these cameras. They let us do a lot of fun shots, especially when we're trying to enhance perspective on the mountainside here. Yeah! One of the great things about this camera with this screen being touchscreen is the touch autofocus. I can lock onto my sports and action events here, just touch on the screen, it locks it in, and of course as I move the camera around, it's going to track that moving subject. I mean, this is great for sports and action like this and documentary work because it means that wherever my subject travels across the frame, the camera is going to maintain focus. And it's also very, very quick, very intuitive. Where I want it, I touch my climber here, they focus, they lock, and we get our shot. A lot of ice climbing. We're very tired now at the end of the day, but this XA10, it handled itself really well. It stood up really, really well. Very, very small. It was never a pain to carry with us and take up the side of this ice hill. It was fantastic. The viewfinder is great, nice and sharp. You gotta be careful you don't push it in too hard, but otherwise it stays out good. And the manual focus, although it's by wire, was really nice. It was accurate. We really love that touch autofocus though. That works out really well on this camera. You know, the image quality is right on par with the XF100. We're so impressed with the sensor that they put in here. It delivers great results even though it's such a compact sensor. And it makes the camera so nice and small. The XLR audio worked great today. We have it all incorporated. It's really something you could take out and do extreme sports, documentary work in the field, or maybe you just want something lighter, something easier, something more like a camcorder to handle. This would be great for people who have to be on the road. It'd also be good for people who just want to start their filmmaking careers and get a camera that gives them the high-end audio, gives them the manual control, and yet nothing too hard to tackle and an easy format to tackle as well with the AVC HD. Is it the smaller brother to the XF100? I think so, you know. I mean, it's got the guts, they're there, the image quality is there, so, you know, the infrared sensor's there, the lens range is there, so it's got the guts. Really, it's giving you a bit of compactness, not too many compromises. We were very, very pleased with the XA10. It did what it was supposed to do. Well, thanks for joining us on our ice climbing expedition. This was a first for all of us, so it was really, really exciting. I'd like to thank Sean for coming along with us, sleeping some gear, and Lemmer as well. Always good to have these guys on the video. I know we never have any girls in our videos, so we'd like to thank Kate. She's in there too, because we did find a girl we put in our videos, so you can't say we don't anymore. And most especially, we'd like to thank Ian, our guide, our ice climbing guru here. Thanks very much, Ian, for helping us out, and hopefully getting us back to the car alive. We'll see you guys later.
So the problem with taking everyone out and shooting ice climbing is I don't just want to stick a tripod on the ground and shoot up at them and just watch butts for half an hour. So what we did, we just rigged up a little rope system, brought a tripod up to the top, and stuck a Cinovate slider on, because I didn't want to shoot from the same angle either. So yeah, we put a Cinovate Atlas 10 up top, nice small compact one, and you can see we get a lot of movement in the frame. So we were able to capture people's triumphs
Yeah!
and their failures.
You can't.
Just march your feet up. Push with those feet.
No, no.
Whoa! Woo!